Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will see how we become pregnant. Do you want to know? This video is not only for medical students, it is for others also. So I will try to explain in a very detailed way, and this will be added in the medical knowledge playlist at our channel. So it will be helpful for the non-medical persons also. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. Now we will move on to the topic how we become pregnant. So to become pregnant, two gametes are needed. Male gametes, sperm. So this is the structure of the sperm. So this is the structure of the sperm containing head, neck, body and tail. This sperm is produced in the testis. So this is the human testis which is covered by all its coverings. So the sperms are produced in this testis. Then it will be carried to this epididymis. From the epididymis, it will be carried to the vas deferens, which will be present in this spermatic cord. So this is how the sperms are produced in the testis and reaching the vas deferens. So this picture shows the entire male reproductive system. So this is the testis which is placed in the scrotum. So in this testis, the sperms are produced. The sperms are carried to the epididymis, and this is the vas deferens which is present in the spermatic cord. So this vas deferens reaches the seminal vesicle. This duct of seminal vesicle and vas deferens will join to form the ejaculatory duct, which will open into the urethra, which is present in the prostate. So this is the prostate gland, which is situated just below the urinary bladder. So from the urinary bladder, male urethra starts. So this ejaculatory duct opens into the male urethra. So you should understand this male urethra is the common passage for the urine and also for the sperms during sexual intercourse. So this male urethra consists of three parts. So this is the prostatic urethra, and this is the membranous urethra, and the other part of urethra present in the penis will be called as the penile urethra. So I think you should have understood the male reproductive organs. So to form this, to become pregnant, we need the female gamete also. So this is the detailed structure of the sperm containing the head of the sperm. This is the neck, then containing the body and the tail of the sperm. So this head contains the nucleus and the chromosomal material. So female reproductive system, this is the female reproductive system which consists of paired ovaries. So this is the ovary and this is the other ovary. From the ovary, so this is the female gamete, oocyte. Oocyte is released from the ovary in each menstrual cycle. So for example, if a female is menstruating for 28 days, so this oocyte will be released from any one of the ovaries in the middle of the menstrual cycle. So from this oocyte will reach this tube. This tube will be called as fallopian tube or uterine tube, or the other name is oviduct. So this oocyte reaches the fallopian tube by this fimbria of the fallopian tube, you can see, so that this will be captured by this fimbria, and here will be cilia will be present in the fallopian tube. So this oocyte will reach the fallopian tube, the dilated part, which will be called as ampulla, and it will be waiting for the sperms. So this oocyte will be present alive for 24 hours. So if the sperms reach this oocyte in the middle of the menstrual cycle of the female, then we become pregnant. So now we will complete the parts of this female reproductive system. So two ovaries, two fallopian tubes. These two fallopian tubes which open into the uterus. So this is the uterus. Lower part of the uterus will be called as the cervix. The cervix will open into this female copulatory organ, that is the vagina. So these are the parts of the uterus. So parts of the female reproductive system. So now the oocyte is released from the ovary. It will reach the fallopian tube by this fimbria, which will help in this movement. So this is the dissected specimen to show the female reproductive system. These organs are present in the urinary bladder, uterus, rectum. These are present in the female pelvis. So this is the urinary bladder and this is the uterus. So this is the fallopian tube and this is one ovary. So this picture shows the section of the pelvis. This is the complete structure of the uterus and the cervix. So this is the body of the uterus. This part will be called as the fundus of the uterus, body of the uterus, and this will be called as the cervix, which will be opening into the vagina. And these are the fallopian tubes, and here is the ovary. So I think we should have understood by this time what are the male reproductive organs and what are the female reproductive organs. So now to become pregnant or to happen this pregnancy, the sperms are deposited in the vagina by the penis of the male during ejaculation. So the sperms are deposited in the vagina. About 200 to 300 million sperms are deposited in the vagina in each ejaculation, along with the 2 to 3 ml of the liquid portion of the semen, which is produced by the seminal vesicle. So this sperms should enter now this uterine cavity and to reach the fallopian tube where the oocyte is released in the middle of the menstrual cycle. So if the sperms are deposited in this middle of the menstrual cycle, then only pregnancy occurs. If the intercourse occurs before and after this period, then the chances of pregnancy are less. So the sperms are deposited in the vagina so this is the opening of the cervix. So this is the opening of the cervix called as the yes, this is the external os of the cervix. So the sperms should enter this external os to reach the uterus. So this is the natural constriction or natural barrier. So about 200 to 300 million sperms are deposited. Only 200 to 300 reach the oocyte. First constriction of this external os of the cervix and the next constriction at the fallopian tube and the uterine junction. So only 200 to 300 sperms reach the oocyte. So this is the journey of the sperm in the uterine cavity. To reach the fallopian tube, it will take approximately about 6 hours. Again, here some of the sperms are restricted due to this constriction. So only about 200 to 300 sperms reach the fallopian tube. So this fallopian tube is the place where fertilization of the sperms and oocyte happen. So you can see now one oocyte is surrounded by so many sperms, but only one sperm enter the oocyte. The remaining sperms help in this process of entering the one sperm to enter by releasing its enzyme so that to dissolve the cells around the oocyte. So one sperm about to fertilize an egg, and this is the electron microscopic picture of the oocyte and the sperm. So the fertilization has occurred in the fallopian tube. This in this fallopian tube, this zygote now fertilized. This oocyte and sperm will be called as zygote. This zygote should reach the uterus for implantation. Implantation is the attachment of this fertilized zygote into the uterus. That will be called as implantation. So this happens after 5 days. So this fertilized zygote takes about 5 days to reach the uterine cavity. So this is all happening in the middle of the menstrual, after the middle of the menstrual cycle when the fertilization has happened. But the female even does not know she is pregnant. So this is the crucial period where even some drugs can damage this zygote. So the pregnancy will be revealed only after the female misses her menstrual cycle. By that time, the age of this fertilized zygote will be about 20 days. So this fertilized zygote reaches the uterine cavity about after about 5 days and buries in this muscle of the uterus, so that then the attachment of the zygote to the muscle of the uterus occurs, so that it will help take the nutrition from the uterus. So now this implantation has occurred after the fifth day of the fertilization in the muscle of the uterus. So this it first survives in this muscle of the uterus from the secretions of the uterine glands and all. Then after about some time, placenta is formed if by both parts, both contribution from the uterus and from the zygote, so that a organ called placenta is formed, which will help the nourishment of the fetus. So this is the human placenta. So this has the attachment to the umbilical cord, which will be attached to the fetus. So this placenta develops from the contribution from both uterus and the fetal parts. So this part will be attached to the uterus. This umbilical cord will be attached to the fetus. So that the secretions and from the nutrition from the uterus will reach the placenta by this. Then it will reach the fetus by all these blood vessels which connect the placenta and the fetus. So this is the growth of the fetus after fertilization. Otherwise, pregnancy in the first trimester. Trimester means first 3 months. So this is the second 3 months. So then this is the third last 3 months. So now you can appreciate how small the uterus in the we have shown you the specimen about 6 to 7 centimeter in size. Now it has enlarged in the second trimester and in the third trimester. This all happens by the growth of the musculature of the uterus. Then after delivery, again it resumes to the normal size. Now you can understand in this picture the placenta which connects the uterus and the fetus. And this is the head is presenting down in this uterus, which is the normal position for the normal delivery. So this delivery of baby and human placenta occurs after the completion of the gestational period by the uterine cavity and through the external arch. So then first the delivery of the baby and then followed by the delivery of the placenta. So which we will see in detail in the coming videos. Coming videos we will see the changes in the pregnancy and the delivery, and even we can see in the other next videos how not how can we avoid pregnancy. So you should have understood in this video the maximum fertile period of the female is the middle of the menstrual cycle, because the oocyte and sperms survive for 24 hours only in the female reproductive system. So in the coming videos, we will see the remaining chapters and remaining interesting topics. Those who are not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. Thank you.